Well, hi gang, it's me, Manny. Welcome back to another video edition of Toy Soldiers Forever. And here I want to give you an update on the Battle of Guam. Now, we are in the middle of a pandemic. It's wintertime, and I have retired. So I've had a lot of time to work on the Battle of Guam project. And as I've mentioned many times, this will be a multi-year project. I've sort of put the good old Civil War on hold for a while, but not forever, because I want to take a crack at this war in the Pacific idea, specifically the Battle of Guam, because I have my own personal connection, having been stationed on Guam. So let me turn the camera around and take a look at the old toy soldier table and what we've got going on here. Now, as I mentioned, I have a personal connection to the island of Guam. There's little Mannie in 1971. Lots of slides, lots of photographs. Because as I've mentioned before, I want to, as much as possible, connect my own experiences with what happened during the Battle of Guam with my experience on Guam. Like, this is little 135th 3D printed 42 millimeter Japanese anti-tank gun. Here's the same gun that I took photos of when I was on Guam. So I want to do a lot of that. Here's a copy of the naval message that reported the surrender of Japanese holdout Soshi Yokoi. I was there when that happened. Totally cool. Let's see, lots and lots of men, vehicles, guns. I've been working a lot and getting a lot done, and this whole thing is a mixture of materials. Like this is a pit road 75 millimeter gun, as is the truck in the background. They have beautiful detail, but look, I'm also using 3D printed materials. This is a 3D printed Japanese 105. The detail is very nice. It's not as good as the styrene plastic models, but it's very satisfying. Lots of my personnel are fine molds. Here are 135th fine molds Japanese. U.S. Marines weapons section, machine gun section. You'll notice that the arms, the weapons are a different color. There's even some putty. What I've done is I've taken 4 Marines and I mixed them up so I have a little more diversity in weapons. Of course, when I go to assemble the rest of these Japanese soldiers, I'm going to be missing arms. I'll have to figure that out. The 3 types of soldiers I'm using will be fine molds and BMC. These are the upgraded BMC that were influenced by King and Country, because regular readers know I'm not a big fan of BMC. And also the good old recast Marx figures that people my age grew up with. Back over to the vehicles, we have a nice Japanese truck, Japanese prime mover, little Japanese Mr. Magoo mobile. That thing is so cute. So, hey, oh, look at this. I made my own fake Louis Marx Battle of Guam playset box. So I've got all kinds of stuff going on here. Here I got a whole bunch from Toy Soldiers HQ, which is a really good place to get stuff. I got about 200 sets of these recast Louis Marx palm trees. Again, I grew up with these when I had the Desert Fox kit. But then my wife got me these very, very detailed palm trees on Amazon. So I'm going to have to find a way to rectify the two, which won't be a problem. The 2 different palm trees, one not so detailed, one very detailed. Similarly, my soldiers, I have these fine molds, guys, which are highly detailed. Then the BMCs, and notice this guy's 54 millimeter, this guy's 60 millimeter. Kind of stuff. Those discrepancies don't really bother me, because as I always say, I don't do military miniatures. I do toy soldiers, and I use them as toy soldiers. So I don't sweat the details. And that includes the way I paint these guys, the way I detail these guys. When they're done, none of this is going to be master modeler kind of stuff. There's not going to be a lot of detail in the painting. It's going to be pretty basic, pretty rudimentary. And I will be doing test paint this winter of styrene and soft plastic. I want to see what kind of primer works best, what kind of paint works best, and what detail I want to use. So let me see, is that it? Yes, it is. That is your update, your video update. I'll be posting this on YouTube as well, and I'll have some interesting links in the description. So I think that's all I have. I'm looking around the table, and yeah, that's about all I've got to say. So thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you sticking with the blog. It makes it that much more fun. Please leave comments below on the blog. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you again, hopefully sooner rather than later. And my friends, stay healthy out there. Wear a mask.